stop. Espresso in the morning. The best way to start the day. Good stuff. Coffee and water. I know my ASMR. Coffee and water is all you need. Then there's meat and salt. All man needs is meat, salt, water. Coffee is just a good creative stimulant. But realistically, the Holy Trinity is meat, salt, and water. Once you recognize that man needs nothing but meat, salt, and water, and you begin to fast, no breakfast, no lunch, 100% carnivore diet, honestly, I'm gonna try this. Try this big chunk of top sirloin. I'll let it teeth off the day or whatever, but yeah, once all you need is meat, salt, and water, you fast, no breakfast, no lunch, one massive meal of meat per day, red meat, no pork, no chicken. Do you want to be a chicken shit? Bark, 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 bark. You recognize that I don't know, it's like, it's just all you need. Like, is that the recognition? Yeah, it's just all you need. The kendama is a great way to get your blood rushing in the morning and just get your body moving. I really like using this thing every day. Good way to get your mind-body connection going. The articulation of the wooden kendama. Come on. So I got my iPad Pro here. This is the greatest tool for any artist. I I've been recently experimenting. I tried to experiment with the collage. So let's try to make a quick one here and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So I open up Procreate and then I'm gonna do split view here so I can open up 2 tabs at once. You just click the 3 dots at the top. Just recently started using this, it's pretty good. Now what I'll do is I'll go through my photographs just randomly, and what I can do is I can find a recent photo I made, hold it down, highlight it. Using the latest iOS, you can use artificial intelligence to drag and drop different things into this canvas. So from Procreate, you can then adjust how you want to position the thing itself, and you'll have different layers to operate here. And the idea is to just kind of randomly pick things out. I'm not taking it too seriously. Just gonna like scroll randomly through my archive of photos from the year and find things that are easily accessible to be pulled out. Maybe this building can be pulled out. Some things can, some things can't, it really depends. So yeah, I'll pull this castle out, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll adjust this and put it in the background layer so that this can be something for background. Yeah, like right there. It's pretty cool. But then I'll move this sculpture that I made. I found this sculpture in the the Ritz-Carlton building. I just call it the mini Pantheon, which is funny, here in Philadelphia. But yeah, another thing, don't make anything while sitting down, right? We should always be standing or moving our bodies physically while creating things. Just a thought. Just a thought. This is quite the contrasting image of this woman. Maybe you put her above the layer there. Yeah, just keep her in the corner. It's cool. She really liked me. Oh, what did I do? I'm still a noob at this. What the hell? Looks like I've been like making brush strokes by accident. I think I drew over top of this layer or something. Yeah, I'm not too good with this Procreate thing yet, but alas, we shall learn. I mean, this is only my 2nd time using it like this. Okay. Oh, I like this newspaper. So I have these like newspaper clippings that I've gathered over the year. And yeah, they're all in this bag. And I have like a lot of headlines. So I'm gonna photograph these headlines and then I can pull them into Procreate. So maybe we'll try it as an experiment here right now. So I'll take my Ricoh GR3, I'll just set it to P mode. I mean, I gotta just like figure out how to photograph it as clearly as possible. So maybe I'll put it over this printer so I have a black clean backdrop, and yeah, I'll just make a photo of this newspaper headline. North Philly gang member faces charges. Try different exposure compensations, just make sure I get it bright and nice. Alright, so I just photographed this using my Ricoh. Now I'll pull the USB-C dongle out. I'll show you how quick and easy it is to use this iPad for a variety of things. I can even do it while I am experimenting here. So I'll import these photos, delete them off my iPad. Now I just made that photo of this newspaper clipping, and I'll highlight it and I'll drag it over. So I basically just made a photo. Oh wait, I have to make sure okay. So I just made a photo of a newspaper clipping in just 2 seconds, brought it over to Procreate. Pretty cool. So yeah, this newspaper headline could perhaps be more interesting than this, but maybe this could be a background element, so I could use this newspaper just with all the like different like coupons and stuff and just like position it down at the bottom. Also, it can cover up the woman's torso area where it was clipping off, so it gives the sort of consistency there. Let me adjust this sculpture and bring it to this side of the frame for more balance in the composition. And the idea is to just play and have fun. I want to reappropriate my photos and do lots of things. So I'm not taking it too seriously, and I'm just sort of playing around. I'm not going to make these things like these like fancy like Mona Lisa, like whatever. The idea is to kind of ooh, I kind of like covering her face like that. I kind of like covering her identity, like covering her eyes. It's kind of interesting, actually. And maybe get rid of the... what the hell am I doing wrong when I'm using this? But yeah, maybe if I cover her face, that would be more interesting. Sort of make her anonymous. Alleged North Philly gang members face charges. And I can just plaster that at the top layer and then find something that's like a good background layer. So let me go to, well, firstly, I'm gonna actually make a folder with these different newspaper clippings. So I'm gonna add this to an album. I'm gonna create an album. I'm gonna make this newspaper clippings, and then when I'm waking up in the morning, each morning I want to make a collage probably. So I'll just go over to the newspaper clippings, pull one out, set it aside, make a photograph of it, and then I'll create an album here with my newspaper clippings on the side, which is pretty nice to just sort of organize things. And then I can use the Ricoh to pull it out. So like there's no need to use like a scanner or like all this kind of nonsense. Just, you know, the idea is to like use the modern tools, use the new ways of doing stuff. All right, so I like this combination of the ancient sort of looking sculpture, the face tattoos of the woman. You can slightly see her eye there. Newspaper clipping about a gang. I think a cool background would be, maybe this would work. Who knows? Maybe it's too dark to pull out. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I can get this one. Maybe something from this day though could be good as a background element. Who knows? Can I pull that cross out? Too far in the background. Ooh, maybe one of these sculptures would be better. Maybe this native woman. More interesting than the other sculpture. Or I could use both. You can also flip the thing itself, so I could flip her and put her in the corner. That's kind of nice. Yeah, just keep her there. That's cool. What could be a good background element here? Maybe this leaf? No. Oh, the art museum. I think things that are too far in the background can't be pulled out. You have to have the thing kind of close up. Yeah, you do. Receipt. I don't know. Could the receipt be good? Yeah. I'll adjust the receipt, and I'll put the receipt in between certain layers, so it kind of goes into the middle. I like that actually. It goes over her eye too. Ooh, it looks like it's peering over her eye. Very cool. Ooh, you know where I could go? All the way back to the beginning of my year. I have some more eerie photos. Some things here that could maybe work with this particular thing. Ooh, If I could pull these signs out, that'd be so nice. I can. Ooh. Maybe too much text. But let's see, alas, I could maybe bring it into the background there. I like that, actually. It's not bad. Maybe I don't need a... Yeah. Yeah, that works, actually. It's kind of all over the place. I'm thinking, actually, the sculpture here could be turned off, and this could flip back to its normal orientation and be moved to this corner, so there's that sort of juxtaposition from that frame, from that side of the frame to the next. And then I'd say that could be good. Let's see. Maybe it's too aggressive, Jesus. You can also use the eraser tool. Maybe erase part of it. Just to see. Add some bricks. Bring those bricks into the back. See what that does. Just out of curiosity. That's actually nice in the middle, I like it. Yeah, the bricks are great. That was a good pull. Just like see how much I can layer up, like COVID vaccine, can that go in here? No, there's too much text. This one would be the finishing touch if I can figure out how to add this burning vehicle. Oh, it kind of clips off in a weird way though. It's not the best thing to use for this, maybe. Kid with toy gun. Kid with toy gun is kind of crazy. It's kind of insane. It's nuts. Maybe I keep it, maybe I don't. I'm gonna take it out and just slap Jesus on top. Call it a day. Maybe above the receipt. Just keep Jesus in the center, maybe. That's kind of cool. Get rid of the receipt. Oh man, it looks like he's... Okay. This is kind of hardcore, but I can combine the use of the drugs here. I mean, is the drug thing too much? I don't know. I think it goes with the theme. Just doesn't really fit in. You know what? This one might be better. This looks more like a gangster. Just doesn't fit as well. This is a very interesting challenge to make a collage. I mean, oh, this might be it. Yeah, the police. And just keep the police here in the bottom. Then what about this layer? Newspaper? Yeah, maybe keep the newspaper there in front of Jesus' heart. Or just along this bottom corner. Sort of just wedged in there. And then we have a final product. I will now export this. Save image. It's so fun. I can't believe it. And this is so interesting. I mean, I just want to experiment, and I just wanted to share this in this quick morning little vid. The first one I did, I think it was a great success, actually. The first one is nice. This one, I mean, look, it's cool too. It's my first experiment with the newspaper headline clipping, and that's kind of the idea, is to construct this sort of narrative. Now that I'm looking at her head, I want to make that fit a little bit more seamlessly. The layer of this statue, what could I do? Maybe the brick layer could go over top of her. Or if I bring it back to where it just was, I can bring her down below the brick layer. Or bring this up. Let me see what I have to do to make it more seamless. So if I put the brick layer on top, I would have to drag the police on top of the bricks, the newspaper on top of the bricks, her on top, no, her below, this below. Actually, maybe that's too much. I could also, you know what I could do? I could use the eraser maybe. Sort of just make it a little bit more clean looking. Not so it's, the only real thing I wanted to change was so it doesn't look so jagged, like it just cuts off abruptly. It's the only thing I really wanted to adjust here. And you can also adjust the opacity of the, see, that looks a little bit better. So it's not as like straight cut. I like that. But then we figured out, we messed this up with Jesus. So there, bring Jesus into the foreground. See, I messed up the layering, so I was playing around a little too much, but it's all good. Just messing around here. So this is the newspaper layer. Maybe the newspaper, it's not so necessary, honestly. I did like having it a little bit visible. Oh, maybe just that dollar sign down there is good. That's actually perfect. The little dollar sign is good. It's just like a random boost of contrast in the bottom of it. Let's just go with that. All right. Let's see if one is better than the other, if it really doesn't matter. Dollar sign, and I made it. You know what? Maybe it doesn't even matter how it's cut off so abruptly, to be fair. Because I do like that. You know what? The dollar sign, though, is weird. It just shows the... Nah, we're going with this. The police officer fits nicely there. I like the dollar sign one. And then a funny thing that you can do is you can go into ChatGPT and you can import the collage you created and critique this. Tell the chatbot to critique your thing, and then it'll tell you about it. I think that we should embrace these new tools. The image is a composite with a collage-like arrangement incorporating various elements that seem to juxtapose religious iconography with urban elements and law enforcement. The use of black and white adds a stark contrast which emphasizes the dramatic nature of the elements present. The layering of images create a sense of depth and complexity, inviting the viewer to consider the relationship between the disparate elements. The blending of the sacred, the everyday, and the institutional suggests a commentary on societal issues. Although the specific intent of message is open to interpretation, the image has a gritty, raw quality that can be striking and provocative. What can I add to improve this? It'll give me some things to add. It'll give me like some bullet points probably and tell me that I could add color or, you know, more texture or something. I tried this yesterday, and it's just interesting to see the response and to, you know, take these tools and use them. So it's telling me that I could add some balance and focus. You know, the current composition is quite busy. To arrange, you know, other elements around to support it, you know, to identify a focal point, adjust the contrast so that the elements sort of stand out. Maybe color, it's some good advice, because maybe a lot of these elements blend together. There's so much I could do. I mean, it's just an experiment, and it's good to remove clutter if some of the elements don't go with it. Symmetry, digital effects, storytelling, typography, texture and depth. I just wanted to demo that real quick. I mean, I'll make better ones and demo them. Do some screen recordings and shit. So yeah. First newspaper clipping. I'll have to pull more out and keep it up, because this seems to be a fun project concept that I thought about doing for a while, and now I finally did it. maybe the eccentric phase and the concentric phase, where I'm pulling up and going down, is good to slow down with. Perhaps that's actually a good technique. Who knows though? Just an idea. I'm thinking it's good to do that sometimes. Grip strength, wrist strength seems to be really, really important, so I take it seriously. Also, there's another type of push-up that's kind of cool to do, the archer push-up. Get a quick pump kind of randomly. I like to do it sporadically throughout the day. Yeah, that's it. Random collage demo, kind of fun. More to come. What's on my forehead? Some